Hey guys, Pastor Ryan here. Just a few weeks ago, we concluded going through the Heidelberg Catechism. We kind of began that at the beginning of the pandemic, and so obviously that catechism is broken into 52 weeks or 52 Lord's Days, and so we completed that just over a month ago. So we're going to embark on a new teaching, a new thing that we will do starting this summer, and that is we will begin to go through what is called a Wesleyan Catechism. Now, the Heidelberg Catechism was actually something that came to us at UPC really through the United Church of Christ, and so it kind of leans more into our German Congregationalist history and that side of our house. A Wesleyan Catechism, I just need to introduce you to it a little bit. It's something actually that I compiled, and so it has three sections. It goes through the 10 Commandments, the 25 Articles of Religion of a Methodist Church, and then it goes through the Lord's Prayer at the end. So in some ways, it is not dissimilar to the Heidelberg Catechism, and that the Heidelberg Catechism also goes through the 10 Commandments, and it also goes through the Lord's Prayer. Obviously, that's the way that it concludes, and so the last few Lord's Days of the Heidelberg Catechism actually goes through the Lord's Prayer. So this perspective will be a little bit different. And so what was done is a few years ago, I set about to do some research on what John Wesley had to say about these things. There's not a lot that was written down about the 25 Articles of Religion as Wesley passed them on to the Methodist movement in the United States. The 25 Articles of Religion either come from or are adopted from the 39 Articles of Religion of the Anglican Church, of which John Wesley was an elder. He was a priest in the Anglican Church. He was ordained in that church. He died as an ordained priest in the Anglican Church, and the Methodist movement was birthed from the Anglican Church. And so when the church was in the United States, the Methodist movement, John Wesley passed on 25 of the 39 articles as of first importance to him, the articles that he thought the Methodist movement needed to focus on, and those became the Articles of Religion of the Methodist Church of Methodism. And so what I set about to do was to go through the 10 Commandments, and so that's the first section, and to take what Wesley had to say about those commandments from his explanatory notes of the Old Testament. And so the information for all of those answers really come from the explanatory notes that John Wesley wrote on the Old Testament. Then I sat and went through much of what some of the sermons and letters and other writings of Wesley to try to glean and gain his perspective on each of these 25 articles of religion, even though he doesn't comment directly on them in one place, or there's not one source for that. So that's the center section. And then I drew heavily from, almost exclusively from, really, his explanatory notes of the New Testament in going through the Lord's Prayer and explaining the Lord's Prayer, which is the third section of a Wesleyan Catechism. The Wesleyan Catechism is not available widely. It's going to be fairly hard for you to find. The easiest way for you to find it is simply to go to our website, upcgl.org, upcgl.org, and there will be a link under the resource tab for you to be able to get that. It's totally free to you. You can download it and have an electronic version on your laptop or iPad or however it is, your phone, whatever it is that you want to use. You can also download that and print that out as would be your prerogative to use that however you would wish. So I wanted to just kind of set about this as an introductory video to talk about that. We will get into the first text of that. I really don't know how many weeks it will take us. I'm still trying to work through kind of the sectioning of it as we go through. And so we'll start it this summer and probably conclude sometime in the middle of the fall. That's my guess. And so this kind of helps to not only balance, but give a different perspective of the two sides of the coin, or the two sides kind of UPC, of the UCC side of things, and then the Methodist side, the UMC side. So I hope you enjoy it. There's nothing in here that's really going to contradict or going to be very different in essence of what we got from the Heidelberg Catechism. But there will be a distinctly Wesleyan perspective, an Anglican Wesleyan perspective that goes alongside that and comes alongside that, even though some of the material, some of the questions will be very similar to what we have in the Heidelberg Catechism. So that's a basic introduction, and just invite you to go to our website and to download that resource or to open that resource, get that resource so that we can embark on this journey together. Thanks. God bless.